Hi, how are you guys doing? Today is September 13th, going into September 14th. And I went to work today, and I knew that I had to leave early for my day job because my son, he actually put an application in for Ingalls so he can get a job there. And I kind of officiated by speaking with the manager and things like that. So she was telling me I need to have him there by 10 o'clock, you know, yesterday morning. So I got clearance from my manager so I could leave at 9. And I was supposed to come back. That was only supposed to be for lunch break because I don't really live too far from my job, my day job. So what I was supposed to do is just get off and take my son to Ingalls to see about his application so he could get his job and things of that nature. But I got an alert on my phone to remind me that I made an appointment to go get my COVID test. My COVID shot as of yesterday. So once I saw that, I was like, well, I might just go ahead and tell my manager, hey, I need to clock out and go home, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Anyways, I did just that, and me and my son, my 21-year-old son Isaiah, I love to spend time with my son because he's just a good kid. All of my kids are good kids, by the way. They're not perfect children, but they are good kids. They really are good kids, and I like spending time with Isaiah when he's not having attitude issues. You know what I mean? I like spending time with Isaiah because he's the baby of me. He's my baby son. He's 21, yes. The 22-year-old, bless his heart, I think he was overly spoiled. I honestly did kind of spoil the two boys a little tad more than the girl because it's only because I had more I had gotten older and I got more things had going on, by the time I gave birth to the boys. But other than that, I spoiled all three, kind of, sort of, because I ended up having cancer, a whole nine, and that's history. But other than that, Darius, the middle child, I named him D Money as a little boy. D Money spoiled, not just by me, but by his daddy and his grandmother and grandfather on his daddy's side, and my mama and my stepdaddy, and some of my friends too. They out the chute. I don't know what it was about Darius, but he was spoiled from the beginning. I knew that child would be spoiled. I don't know what it, and he's an adult now. He's 22, and Darius doesn't meet strangers. He doesn't meet anybody that doesn't take to him. A lot of people that meet my son, they fall for Darius instantly. Have I had a few problems out of Darius? Yes, I have, since he's been an adult. But we always seem to smooth it out. Everything that I taught them, they always come back and apologize if they're wrong. All three of them will do that individually. They won't admit to one another that they're wrong unless they're getting on the other one. Anyways, I made the video so I could talk about the doggone vaccination. I went to Walgreens and I got the Pfizer vaccination, the Pfizer vaccine. I had read a few things about, what your side effects would be and things of that nature, but it really, for me, a lot of things catch on kind of slow for me. Got the shot. I think instantly I felt kind of, I didn't feel anything in the sight, in the arm. I just felt kind of cloudy, right? In the middle of my forehead. And that happens to me. It may sound funny, but it happens to me anytime I take anything dealing with pain, medication, anything of that nature. But with the shot, I felt kind of woozy. Like, I always feel woozy, like right in here. You know what I'm saying? I felt kind of woozy. And then a little bit later on, the lady, the young lady that gave me the shot, she told me to have a seat and wait 15 minutes. I said, cool beans, but I left my phone out in the car. I don't really know when the 15 minutes are up. She said, don't worry. I'll let you know when the 15 minutes up. She never did. It's okay. I know how to guesstimate time really good. I'm old enough to do that. So I'm sitting there on the little chair, and I wait for a while, and I figured, I've sat here 10 minutes already. I'm going to get up, just walk around, look in the store. Because I hadn't been in Walgreens in a while. Walked around the store, seen a couple of things, whatever the case is, and I left. Okay, get back in the car with my son. We have been watching the rest of the movie that's currently on Netflix called Clickbait. And we had finished watching it, and we went ahead on about our business. But anyways, we driving on, and I told Isaiah, I think I feel a little drowsy. He said, well, Mama, let me know. Let me know, if I need to drive. He said, because I got my learner still on me. I got to get that boy's license, by the way. The guy's learners. But he's like, I don't mind taking over, Mama. I'll drive. I was like, I know you will, sweetheart. I'm happy with your willingness to help out, but I'll be fine. So I go to Quick Trip, and I got me a big cup of ice that I always like. I love Quick Trip ice. I know it's not healthy to eat ice, but anyways, that's not what this video is about. I also like to drink coffee. So I got me a coffee. I just drunk a smidge of it and left some. I still got that same coffee in the car with me. I'm going to reheat it and drink it. But anyways, and I went and took him to Wendy's. Boys get hungry. Older boys, men. I'm sorry, he's a young man now. I'm sorry. But got him something to eat at Wendy's. And anyways, I noticed that I felt very cloudy up in here in my eye area. And very, lethargic, if you want to call it, or fatigued. Which is one of the side effects that's on that little pamphlet that they said I would get. And as I went on head on, I'm on the way home, and it was my intention to get out of the car once we got home. But my mind was telling me to get out of the car. But my mind was telling me, ma'am, you need to sit down for a second, because I felt like if I get up, I'm going to sway side to side, or I just felt sleepy. And sometimes it's my normal because I work between the two jobs, but this was abnormal for me. But I sat in the car anyway, and I just, I ate a little bit of the ice, drank a little bit of the coffee just to get me going. Then I let the windows, and I went on inside the house. Once I got inside, I felt my stomach like, oh my God, what is this pain? It felt like a pain. It felt like I wanted to vomit a little bit. I was like, hey, it felt like the room is spinning. So I go inside my apartment. I passed by my mom, my stepdaddy, and I walked fast straight to my room so I could fall on that bed. I went ahead and crawled my little tail up in that bed and went up into a ball. Now, normally, I got to keep it real. I'm keeping it real with y'all. I'm not faking the phone. On the days when my boyfriend is at work and I'm not at work during the daytime, I always kind of wait around till I think he's about off, and I start texting and asking him if he's off. Because usually on Mondays, we link up, and we go to Moe's together and things of that nature. So, I always try to track when he's getting off. That way I can get ready and go out the door. This particular Monday, I laid there and slept. And this happens a lot other Mondays as well, because a lot of times I'm tired. Or if I've had God forbid, I've had a pain somewhere, and I take aspirin, ibuprofen, anything, it makes me sleepy for the rest of the day once I power down. But anyway, that shot, when I got in that bed and went to sleep and laid down, I honestly forgot where my cell phone was at. I laid there and went to sleep. The sleep was wonderful. But then when I woke up, it felt like my whole body was so heavy. And when they tell you that the site that they stick the vaccine in is gonna hurt, they're not kidding. That whole arm gets sore. And it feels heavy, and I decided to get it in this arm right here, on the left side. And that thing hurt, honey, right here, it hurt. Right? Oh, freak. See? It hurt. And it's very uncomfortable. And then I told my daughter I got the vaccine, and she was upset with me. She said, why'd you do that, Noodle? And I said, hey, I want to be around for you guys. She's got enough health problems going on. I would have never thought my daughter had so many health problems at the age of 29. My daughter has cancer. She's bipolar disorder. She's obese. And I love her, but it's like if you have a child that's 29, at my age, I really should not be working 2 jobs, but it is what it is. I'm not married, you know what I'm saying? And, I'm making it how I can make it, and at this time, I really wish I could buy the big house that I want and let her come back and live with me, and I could help take care of it the whole nine. But the reality of the situation is that I can't do that right now. So, I just have to pray a lot for her, and in the future, I'm going to try to do the best that I can. And I'm proud of my daughter, though. I'm proud of my daughter, my baby. She went and got help for her own mental health, which is what a lot of people should do. They know that they have these issues, and they know that, they're turning certain people off from them, and they know they have these things that they do that upset other people, but they will not admit that it's something mentally wrong with them, the reason why they can't stop doing these things. And they refuse to go get help because they feel like, oh, people are going to think I'm crazy. But what they don't realize is nobody even looking at you like that. If anything, if we know that you crazy, we've been knowing you was crazy. You ain't, a lot of people that's got issues, they think they hiding it. You're not hiding it. We know. You know what I'm saying? We know your issue just as well as we know our own. You're not hiding from anybody. And if you think you got an issue, don't try to front. Don't try to fake the phone, because you make yourself look worse. The best thing to do is just go get help. You know what I mean? It's always best to get help. I really am proud of my daughter for doing that. Years ago, when me and my kid's father broke up, matter of fact, his birthday was just yesterday, on the 13th of September. And when we broke up, I took it very hard. And I felt betrayed, by a lot of people beyond that. But, I won't get into that story. It doesn't even hurt to talk about it anymore. It hurts because I felt betrayed. But other than that, it sparked, I guess about a year or two in, I got to where I wouldn't even drive the interstate. And I felt like it was something that I could fix. You know what I mean? But how can I fix something that had nothing to do with me in the first place? This is why you have to get help. You don't want to... I'm the kind of person, I don't like to call people. Because some people, as soon as I call people to talk about me, somehow it end up being about them and what I can do to help them, because I'm always helping people. And the kind of help that they want to give me is not the kind of help I want them to give me. You know what I mean? If I ask you for help, I don't want to have to give you my full name, date of birth, and social security number for any of your help, because I like to keep my private stuff private, just like you do. Now, if you know what I mean, people don't help me like I help them, which is why I really don't ask for people's help. What I normally do is pray and seek out my own sources of help. And there's nothing wrong with that, you know what I'm saying? Because my trust level, it's not my fault that my trust level is small. I've been effed around and set up too many times. So now my I don't know, my trust level is very low. Little to none at all. And maybe that's something I need help with too in the future. You know what I mean? But when it comes to trust, it's supposed to be earned. You can't just give away your trust to people. That's how you get set up and how you fall for traps, and you don't know until years later, damn, I've been trapped. You know what I'm saying? So some of the stuff that happened back in the day, it still hit me like a ton of bricks. And I'm like, oh, that's why that happened. Oh, that's why she said this. Or that's why he did that. It's all still coming to me without people saying anything to me. It's coming to me now because I'm older. I'm putting two and two together. I'm like, what the hell? But I'm good, see, I just lied. I said I'm good. This is what we say when we think we're good. I'm kind of sort of there, but I probably could get there a little bit faster had I went to counseling. I spoke to one lady one day. I had went to this outreach place not far from where I'm at now. It was a place it's still open back here, behind the bus lot where I work at, when I do security at night. And there's a place located back there somewhere. It's like an outreach center. And some kind of way, we went there. Me, I want to say it was me and my children, or I took a cousin, something. We were there one day because they had the food program. You know, they were giving out free food and things like that. And we were picking up some stuff, and we happened to be over there. And I was telling the lady, this was years ago, after I found out I had cancer, around about the first time I had cancer. And I was crying, and I said, you know, my life is just unfair right now. I'm not happy. And, you know, and she said, well, do you ever talk to God about it? I said, yes, I talked to God about it. And she said, well, what do you say? I said, I asked God, why? Why me? So the lady looked at me and she says, why not you? Who do you think you are? You know, I'm not trying to be funny, but why not you? You know what I mean? And she ended up telling me, you know, God chose me for such a time as this. You know what I mean? I'm no better than somebody else, but maybe sometimes God chooses who he wants to go through these things. So when you come out on the other side, you'll be good. You know, you'll be good. You'll be better to use in his army. You know what I mean? Like, you use it as his arsenal. That's how I look at it. And I don't know. That did something to me too. I felt like that was unfair. To my, you know how they say it. I don't know. I'm confused. Okay, I don't know if it's in the Bible or not. I ain't gonna sit up here and lie. But it's always, it's a quote that says, lean not into our own understanding. And to my small understanding is that people would tell me growing up, you know, if you smoke cigarettes, you'll catch cancer. Or if you don't eat healthy, you'll get cancer. If you don't exercise, you may catch cancer. Okay, whatever the case is. I started exercising as early as 12 years old. I was living down here in Atlanta with my mom. I'm from Gainesville, Georgia. She-ville. Anyway, I'm living with my mom. We had moved here to Atlanta, Georgia, right? So at 12 years old, we had black and white television, and then I think my mom had a color one in her room. Anyway, the bigger one was the black and white one, and I would watch Joni Greggins on TV. You know, and I would exercise doing the morning stretch on Channel 5. Channel 5 has been my favorite channel forever for news, exercising, and things of that nature. I've always been a different person, you know. Hey, also I used to watch Channel 36. They had what's the lady's name? Margaret. I forget her last name, but she was a workout person as well. Her name was Margaret. And I would exercise with her and stuff. You know, they would play the latest little music out. And I always like to see their little leotards. And I would, you know, do the stretch with them and everything. But anywho, that was me at 12 years old. And I always noticed I had a little pouch at the belly. And I thought if I did enough crunches, I could get rid of it. But lo and behold, that pouch stayed with me. My stomach was never flat like my best friend and them, you know, like when we were younger, their bellies were flat. Mine was never flat like that. It always had a pouch, smaller pouch. Anyways, move right along to talk about health. I have been really bad as far as going to get health checkups and things like that. I've had insurance for years now. I barely use it, and that's bad on me. That's because I've been kind of silently bullied at my job. I don't know if I mentioned this in earlier videos of mine, but I've been kind of silently bullied. Not being able to take the time off that I need to do the things I want to do, and just, oh my goodness. I've been really raked over the coals as far as my schedule concerned, and I can't even explain that. That's like a whole nother set of abuse that I've endured. And I'm not crying like I'm trying to be the victim or nothing like that, but I really have been a victim. Seriously. But that's not, you know, my part in this situation is that I'm still an adult, and I should have took better care of myself leading up to this point as well. You know, so that's nobody's fault but my own. I take full responsibility. I can't blame things on someone else, even though the person made it hard for me. I still had to look out for myself at the end of the day, and I kind of didn't. So here we are in 2021. You know, I have a history of cancer. I've never been diagnosed with diabetes, but I need to go get tested for all that stuff because I've gotten older. And honestly, I live like I choose to live. Like, I'm 47 years old, and I'm not where I want to be financially, and I'm sure a lot of people aren't, and that's okay. I'm still thankful for where I'm at now. I may not ever get rich. I'm not even gonna do it. I was gonna sing that song by Car Wash. You might not ever get rich, but I tell you, it's better than being a bitch. I'm gonna chill. I'm not gonna do that. But anyway, back to what I was saying. Quick to get off subject like a kid. Okay, so even though I'm 47 years old, I always consider myself as being 47 years young, honey. I still enjoy myself. Like when I was a kid, there were a lot of things that my friends and family had that I didn't have. My mom couldn't afford that stuff. And when you're young, you don't understand it. You just think your mama being mean. You just think, oh, she being mean. She just doesn't understand. But mama does understand. She just, they were raised at a different time. Hey, nobody has a lot, and that's okay. People are so mean to people that don't have a lot. I was mean to myself. I was angry. But anyway, I'm okay with all of that now. Like I teach my kids different. They don't carry the anger that I carry. They don't. But they also didn't go through a lot of stuff that I went through. But that's a story for another time. But let me show y'all something. Y'all have already seen my baby that rides and called me, Amy. Yes, my baby. Come here, Amy. And I don't want y'all to say nothing about this. She got some little smudge of dirt on her face and a little speck of blue from my toy car. Say hey, Amy. Hey. Hey, everybody. I'm still riding in the car with Angela. Hi. How you guys doing? I'm fine. I like riding in the car with Angela, but she leaves me in the car when it's too hot. I don't like that at all. Can't say I do. I don't like that. Angela, why you leave me in the car when it's hot? Yeah, gotta work on that. So anywho, of course I keep Amy in the car with me. Okay, look, this doll, she's a Cabbage Patch doll, and I don't have anything to do with that company at all. But guys, you really, if you're just a mean person, if you know a mean person, go and buy them one of these dolls. Okay, you can't be mean and hold. Look at this doll. If I could have another baby, if I could push another one out, God knows I would do it. I love children so much, but this baby doll, she feels like holding a real baby. And her arms are out where she can give you a hug anytime you're feeling sad. She can cheer you right up. She's so adorable. And I have a car too. I like RC cars. You know what I mean? And that's okay. Do any of my friends and family share the same interests? I don't know. Probably not. But that's cool too, because a lot of times I'm by myself. And if they want to hang with me, that's cool. I'm happy because my niece contacted me recently, and she says, Auntie Angela, you can come see my kids anytime you're ready. And honestly, that made me want to cry because I miss, being around the young children and things of that nature, and I feel like I could be a really good influence on them. So that really made me happy. Like, it really made me happy. And I cannot wait to have time to go see them. Honestly, I cannot wait. Can't wait. Otherwise, that's why my daughter got upset with me, because I decided to get the COVID shot. And she asked me why, and I told her, hey, I want to be here for you. I want to be here for you and your brothers if you need me. I want to continue to be here for your grandmother and your uncle. I'm not done with my family yet, man. Like, I got plans for us. I haven't even really had time to put down the plans that I have for us. You know what I'm saying? My mama, when I go home, it makes me happy. Sometimes she's up. You know what I mean? My mom has early onset dementia. And it doesn't bother her bad. If it is bothering her, she tries to be quiet. But other than that, my mom talks to me just fine. She remembers me. She remembers everything. She gets up. She go in the kitchen. My mom can still cook. You know what I mean? At first, when things were getting ugly, I can't explain early onset dementia to you. But when things were happening with her, she would burn things. My mom had forgot how to make cornbread. And it was heartbreaking because my mama never burned. Well, she's burned something before, but not like that, And when it comes to cornbread, she's the bomb. And one time she had made some chicken and it was bad, and my son told me about it. And there was a time where she didn't know the seasons of what the seasons were and stuff like that. So, but she's not like that, She really isn't like that, and I don't understand how that stuff comes on and it'll come on and go back off like a switch. But with my mom, it stays gone longer. Praise God, And her doctor has told me that it's going to advance, and to get ready for that. He also told me that her kidneys may advance and do something and get ready for that. But I'm not ready for any of that. I'm not done with my mama. And I'm not done with my mama. Like, I want to have fun with my mama. And I told her that the other day. I said, listen, lady, I'm sorry that your jaw is in pain. I'm sorry that you have back pain a lot. I said, but you gotta get that. You gotta get that together, sis. We got things to do, and it hurts. It does. But they can't do. She has what you call like a TMJ, and it started years ago in her jaw, and they can't do anything to fix it now because she's older. And as an elderly person, I guess you can't get surgery. You know what I mean? Like, it'll take longer to heal. I wish she could, but in this situation, her doctor's saying no. So she's having to live on pain medication, which really hurts me more because she's lost a lot of her weight. She used to be bigger than me when I was a little girl. But of course, when people start getting older, they get smaller sometimes. As I get older, I think to myself, what in the world? Like, with COVID-19 going on and stuff, people losing their parents, I'm more thankful every day for my mom. There used to be a time I didn't want my mama to be my mama. Can you believe? Like, because my mom used to be an alcoholic, and we never had money sometimes. The lights would get cut off. The gas would get cut off. She wasn't focused like me. You know what I mean? And with that being said, I feel like we can't beat ourselves up for how we are, where we are in life. If somebody is a little bit further along than us, then good for them. If you don't have a house and they got a house, good for them. They got a new car and you got a car, be thankful. It's okay. I mean, nobody's better than nobody. Not in my book, honey. You got some people that kiss the backsides of people that's doing more better than the next. And treat other people like they're just whatever. No, the person that's whatever is the one that's got your back. Believe me. Anyway, I ain't gonna talk y'all to death, YouTube, but I'm gonna upload this little video. If you like what I had to say, comment, subscribe to my little channel and stuff like that. That's it. Peace.